Are you sick and tired of gambling your hard-earned money on Madden packs? Look no further than my sponsor, MMOEXP, for the cheapest and most reliable MUT coins on the market. And don't forget to use code Ferdy at checkout for 5% off. What's going on, guys? Today, we are updating the running back tier list. Before we get started, though, a couple house cleaning items. The first one is the shout out of the day. That goes to my man Icy Demon for commenting the emoji on last video. And if you want a chance to be shouted out in the next one, let's comment the turkey emoji. And of course, if you are in the 50% of people who watch the videos and are not subscribed, yes, that's most likely you right now. You went on YouTube and looked up the best running backs Madden 24. This video popped up, you clicked on it, and you're not subscribed. Let's change that right now. Head down there, hit that subscribe button, turn those notifications. But yes, let's just get started. Okay, so here is the start to the running back tier list. Of course, if you watch the videos, you know we add throughout the video. So we have some new names on here, of course. By the way, that is the new Frank Gore, like the fully upgraded Frank Gore that you can get. He's right there. We have Connor Williams. We have Pacheco up there. We have Chris Brooks, Josh Jacobs at high B tier, even Breece Hall, James Conner, Keaton Mitchell, all over here at C tier. And you can maybe use some of these C tier guys on a theme team. Maybe you could still do that if you wanted to. But you know, definitely using the B tier guys on a theme team, and then A tier, S tier guys are gonna be super elite, obviously. So let's just get started. The first name we're looking at today is going to be the free field pass Barry Sanders. So this Barry Sanders card is definitely a head scratcher because he could have been really good. I mean, they had him on the Harvest stream talking about his best stat would be his speed, and they gave him outdated speed. This card, people don't even have this card yet, and he's already outdated. He already is. He does get the backyard halfback ability, but it's not going to save him. It's just not. It really isn't. I mean, this card isn't great. So Barry Sanders, I would have liked to have seen a nice Barry Sanders card. I think he would actually play really well in this year's game because normally they give him pretty good strength. And stiff arm, and obviously gonna have the juke and can move really well, and also a really good build at only 5'8", which of course I like. This card could have been good, but instead they made Barry super mid, and I'm gonna put Barry down here at B tier. I'm gonna put him down here at B tier. Only 90 speed, and B tier for a card that isn't even really obtainable for a lot of people yet. It's crazy. It's crazy. So Barry Sanders, B tier. And next up, we have the most feared Alvin Kamara, and the only issue with this card is his stamina. If you're someone that runs the ball a lot, using Alvin might not be the best decision because he has that low stamina. It's not pictured here, but he only has 83. I think it's either 83 or 84 stamina. Either way, it's not great. But if you're someone that likes throwing the ball to your running back out of the backfield, and maybe he only touches the ball every fourth or every third play, then Alvin can definitely play for you. Alvin can definitely play. If you want to go Energizer on him or something like that, you could. A recuperation, you could do that if you wanted to. But really good pass catcher. Probably one of the best. Yeah, probably the best pass catching back in the game right now. Just pure pass catching with short route running, expect catch and release, and he's able to legitimately play slot and run short routes and things like that. 5 wide, and you kind of motion down into a formation with a running back could be really nice. But really good stats, 90, 90, 90, 90. This card does play well. Again, the only problem is the stamina on the card. If you go watch my gameplay on the card, I didn't even realize he had low stamina. I was like, why is he huffing and puffing so early? Although the card did feel really good. Alvin Kamara at A tier. Next man up is the Division Dynasty Raheem Mostert with 91 speed, 92 acceleration, 90 carrying, 86 ball carry vision, 92 COD, 91 juke move. Pass catching wise, he's not that great and does get a whole plethora of theme teams: Niners, Bears, Bills, Browns, Dolphins, Jets, Patriots, and Ravens. With him being the AFC East Division Dynasty card, he does get all the AFC East teams. So yeah, Raheem Mostert on a theme team, 92 speed. He actually has a pretty good juke move, and of course, he does get one of the most important abilities in this game. If you're wondering, maybe if you at the end of this tier list why some backs are over other backs, it's because some of them don't get jukebox. That's probably the main reason why. Jukebox to me is one of the best abilities, if not the best ability in the game right now. Maybe Set Feet takes it. I don't really know. But Jukebox, if you're a runner, changes everything. And it really does. Jukebox is insane. Raheem does get it with still with good speed. And most likely, if you're going to be getting this card, he's going to be on a theme team because his price doesn't really make sense for what he can do. And also, a bunch of theme teams. So most likely, if you are adding Raheem, you're adding him to a theme team. And obviously, I'm not ranking him based on that, but still, I think Raheem Mostert is an A-tier card. Next up, we got Jibreel Gibbs. This card is really nice. 5'9", 199, so a good build with a good weight. And he's 91 speed, 89 acceleration, even good strength. 76 strength is really nice too. Good carrying, good COD, good juke move, good break tackle, good truck and stiff arm, and 80 short route running. So this card is kind of like a do-it-all in a way where he has power. These are the running backs I like. I like running backs that have power stats, are elusive backs, can juke, and of course do get jukebox. And if you want to, if you need it, he does get the RB Apprentice. And do keep in mind, he does get Unstoppable Jukebox. So if you don't want to run Jukebox, you can do that for free. Also Angry Runs, he does get that too. I don't think it's that great, really worth it. Also Wrecking Ball as well. For me, I like the unstoppable jukebox on backs that really can't get it. And I'll show you in a second who I'm talking about. But yeah, these unstoppable X factors, they're pretty good. They're all right. I probably wouldn't run angry runs for 2 AP, even if you're running the ball a lot, because to me, it's just not on long enough to really justify running it for 2 AP. I just can't do it. So if I'm running this card, I'm probably going to go jukebox, honestly. I would go jukebox, and then I would go wrecking ball, probably as the X factor. That's probably what I would do on this card. If I were running him. But Jameer Gibbs, nice card, obviously. Like I said, do it all back. A back that I really, really like in this game is a back like Jameer Gibbs. So Jameer Gibbs to A tier. So now we have Gus Edwards. He's kind of like a counterpart to Jameer Gibbs in a way. I look at these cards kind of together because if you want jukebox and want more of an elusive back, you go Jameer Gibbs if that's more of your play style. If you want a power back, I would go Gus Edwards. Gus actually is faster than Jameer Gibbs. Still has pretty balanced stat. The only problem is he does not get jukebox. He is 6'1", 240, so if you feel you don't need jukebox, Gus is the better option. If not, if you're throwing the ball to your running back, it's going to be Jameer Gibbs. It's going to be him. Like, that choice kind of comes down to play style. And for the abilities, he does get Unstoppable Freight Train. So Unstoppable Freight Train, you got to rush for 10 yards 8 times, which is tough. But if it turns on, you have just a monster. It's kind of hard to do because you need to pop off 8 runs for 10 yards plus. That is tough to do. I would, if you really want to commit to this whole idea of running Unstoppable Freight Train, what you could do is you could potentially, use like a indoor ball or something like that to try to cut down the runs you need. But to me, it's just too far out of reach to really even use it. But I would if I were running this card, I would probably go Unstoppable Jukebox, and then I would probably run Armbar. I probably would go Armbar or just run Unstoppable Jukebox, honestly. But I like Armbar, so I probably would do something like that if I were to run Gus Edwards' card as a power back, because then, at some point in the game, you're able to get Jukebox and Armbar. It will happen if you're running the ball effectively. So, Gus Edwards, Jameer Gibbs, comes down to preference and play style, in my opinion. Yes, Gus technically does get Jukebox, but he also doesn't at the same time. So, to me this one's kind of a big toss-up between Jameer and Gus, but either way, both are great bats. And next up, we got limited time Adrien James. He's got 92 speed, 91 acceleration, 90 carry, 91 ball carrier vision with a 92 juke move, 88 COD. And you can see already, they kind of made Adrien James different this year than last year. And I remember last year, he was one of the most well-rounded backs in the game. With his build, I really liked Adrien James' AKA card last year. But this year, they didn't make him a good pass catcher. Also did not give him good truck or stiff arm. So he's kind of just a big, elusive back, which is interesting. It's pretty interesting. This card does play very unique, I will say that for sure. But does get good abilities. I will definitely say that. I like him, getting jukebox, things like that. Even evasive if you want to go down that crazy route. But yeah, Adrien James, to me, he has his holes. If his stats were a little bit more complete, I would definitely be putting him at S tier. But simply, they're not more complete. They're just not. And yeah, you can even probably toss Adrien James in here with these guys as well. Like, I don't hate you doing that. Because if you want a pass catcher, Jameer is probably better. Even Jameer has better power stats than Adrien, although he's smaller. So I would actually probably go something like this. I actually probably would put Jameer over Adrien James. Just because I feel like first of all, smaller backs I feel like play well this year. Jukebox does get special X factors and things like that make the card a little bit more flexible. So yeah, I would say Jameer Gibbs probably actually over than brand new limited time Adrien James. And next up, we got the legend Adrien Peterson, 91 speed with 89 acceleration, 93 agility, 91 awareness. He's got 85 carrying is okay, but 89 juke move, good truck, good stiff arm, good COD, good break tackle, and 81 short route running. And for the abilities, yes, he does get evasive, jukebox, joystick, whatever you want to do there with that. You can do it. This card does play well. Big body, 6'1", 220, and yes, I'm not going to spend too much time on this card. But yes, he is definitely A tier, and yes, I would put him. I put him over. This one's tough. Would I even really put him over Jameer Gibbs? I don't know if I would. The cards are similar. I guess if you like bigger backs, you would lean AP. To me, both cards play similar. It's just like they both get the same amount of animations and things like that. But I might lean AP. I think I might lean AP. One thing I have noticed is that bigger backs on the outside, their jukebox does clear a little bit more ground. But I like the smaller backs because of how they interact with blocking this year. That's probably the main reason why. But yeah, this one's kind of a toss-up as well. I would probably lean AP, to be honest with you. And next up, we have Diont Foreman. And I'm going to say it right now, Diont Foreman is like Gus Edwards and Jameer Gibbs in one. That's what this card is. He has the build of a Gus Edwards, but gets the abilities of Jameer Gibbs. So this card is going to be better than both of them. And, you know, for 300K, this is actually a pretty good buy right now. This is actually a really good buy for one of the better, like easily a top 4 running back in the game right now is what Diont Foreman is. 91 speed, 88 acceleration, juke, truck, stiff arm, COD, even has 81 short routing, which does allow him to hit that threshold. And you see right here, he does get the jukebox. And what you're able to do is you can run unstoppable. I think I was running unstoppable bruiser on him with jukebox. And to me, being able to get jukebox and at some point during the game, being able to get more powerful trucks and stiff arms, to me is broken. So yeah, unstoppable bruiser with jukebox is crazy. Also does get RB apprentice. So, you know, Diont Foreman is a monster, and he's got elite drip in the game right now. The card plays super well. He's 235. He's a monster. Diont Foreman, we're going to put him at high A tier. I absolutely love that Diont Foreman card. Okay, next up, we have the 91 overall Ricky Williams. 92 speed, 90 acceleration, 89 agility, and you see the ball carrier stats. They're super nasty really everywhere, and 82 short route running. So, can do everything. Truck, stiff arm, COD, juke, break tackle, it's all there, and he's 5'10", 230. So you guys heard me talking about the smaller backs, like smaller backs, but also like when they weigh 230. So he does, you know, he does also weigh 230. Can I move this in a little bit? That actually looks a little bit better. Yeah, so 230 for Ricky is just nutty, of course. And then yeah, his card plays pretty well. So Ricky Williams, and also the abilities. He doesn't get anything special, but all you need really is jukebox, and that's really it at the end of the day. That's really it. So Ricky Williams, I'm gonna put him at S tier. Love his stats, can do it all, and yes, the card does play super, super well. Next up, we have the man who was my favorite running back in the game until yesterday happened, but we have Kenneth Walker. 92 speed, 91 acceleration, 88 carry, 92 juke move, 88 spin, 91 truck, 92 COD, and a 91 break tackle. So, the thing about Kenneth Walker is this card, if you're running the ball and you're willing to invest AP into your run game, he can go crazy for you. I'm telling you right now, even without it, just putting jukebox on the card plays great, but the freight train, aka upgrade that Kenneth Walker gets with the jukebox, it goes crazy. It goes crazy with this combination. Yes, it is going to cost you 4 AP, but man, it's worth it, bro. Because the freight train, we all know what freight train is, right? And you also have jukebox. So keep in mind, freight train only activates when the first defender touches you. So if you have jukebox and you're making guys miss, you might not make contact until 30 yards on the field, potentially on some run. That's how it kind of goes. So freight train, jukebox on Kenneth Walker is just nutty with these stats, and him being only 5'9", 209. This card plays insane. Also does get the flexibility of if you want to go with RB apprentice, you can go down that road. Even bulldozer, you can do that too. So Kenneth Walker, card's a monster. I recommend trying my setup on the card, or at least investing 2 AP on that freight train ability. At least doing that. But Kenneth Walker, easily S tier. And like I said before yesterday, was my favorite running back in the game. And finally, at number 1, the man who I believe is the best running back in this game right now, it's Bejan Robinson. Without question, he's basically just Kenneth Walker with better physicals across the board. Similar abilities, basically the same ability setup I ran on Kenneth Walker, I ran on Bejan Robinson in the gameplay. If you missed it yesterday, it's already up on the channel. But 93 speed, 91 acceleration with these stats right here, even a good pass catcher as well. And of course, you'd run the same setup that I just mentioned with the, right here, freight train upgrade, aka, and then also the jukebox. He's the best running back in the game right now. It's Bejan Robinson. Let's go ahead and let's put him in here right now. So yeah, our top 5 running backs in Madden 24. Let me go ahead and move this up real quick. My bad. Wait, hold up. There you go. Top 5 running backs in Madden 24 right now. Number 1, Bejan Robinson. Number 2, Kenneth Walker. Number 3, Ricky Williams. Number 4 is Diont Foreman. And number 5, we got Adrien Peterson. Let me know down in the comment section who's too high, who's too low. And as always, I'll see you boys in the next one.